Hi there. Good evening, people. How are you? How are you there? So are you ready, people? Hello, advance 4. Very good. Okay, people, hi. Good evening. This is Angela Villar. Okay, that is my name, Angela Villar. I'm going to be your teacher all of this month. I'm so happy because of that. So, people, if you can hear me, please write something in the chat, okay, to check it. Um, Here I have my cell phone with a chat, okay, so all the things, everything that you write, I will read it here, okay? Please, if you can hear me or tell me something, how are you? How have you been? All of this quarantine, how have you been, people? Tell me. How are you? I would like to know something about you. Okay? So maybe you can tell me how was your quarantine? What did you do today? Right? What were you doing? Maybe, or what new skills have you learned in this quarantine? Maybe. For example, in my case, I've learned to cook new dishes. Okay, and I think that that's so common in the majority of the cases, right? Please tell me something in the chat. Okay, here I'm with my cell phone, so I would like to know you. How are you? How have you been all of this quarantine? What did you do today? Tell me, people. Tell me. How have you been, people? Maybe you have learned um, again a new skill, or you have read a new book, right? A virtual book, maybe. Is there something that you would like to share? How are you? I would like to know something about you, people. So start. So remember here, we're starting Advanced 4. This is our first lesson of Advanced 4. And I recommend you, well, I suppose that you've already have your books, right? Your virtual book, maybe extra papers, actually something to write, right? Extra papers. What else? I'm waiting for your answers, people. Okay. So it's important to have your virtual book, and if you have the opportunity, maybe you can print it. Okay? If you have a printer, maybe you can print at least one unit or all the book if you can. So you can complete your book on the paper, right? Okay. Remember that if you have any question, the way how we are going to communicate is by the chat, okay? All the questions, all the comments, everything, it's by the chat, okay? If you have a comment, a suggestion even about this lesson, maybe an experience that you can share with all the class. Okay. Maybe some of you are having dinner. That's not my case. I will do it when we finished this lesson. Actually, I would like to eat papa. Oh, I miss that kind of food. Of course, we can do it here at home, right? But it's completely different. I mean, the taste is different. The texture, it's different. Okay. And what about you? What is the dish that you miss the most? I miss salchipapa, pollito. What about you? What food do you miss the most? Okay, I'll continue waiting for your answers. All the comments, suggestions, questions. And remember that the way how we can communicate is by the chat. Okay? Chun, chun, chun. Tell me. How are you? How have you been? Um, are you doing something new these days? Have you learned a new skill? Um, what is your schedule even those days? These days? Of course, it's completely different that at the time before the quarantine, but you know, Peruvian, we're creative, right? We're so creative, so we can enjoy this time even though we can't go out. At least we can spend some time at home with our family, right? We're so lucky actually because of that, because we have that opportunity to spend some time with our family. Okay, so tell me something in the chat, people. If you are there, if you can hear me, write something in the chat. Here I have the chat on my cell phone. So I would like something about you. How are you? Um, uh, what were you doing these days? Have you eaten the dinner already or no yet? Tell me. Or what are you doing at the moment? At the moment, right now, people, what are you doing? Maybe you're having dinner, maybe you are looking for some papers to take some notes. Tell me what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Excellent, right? Hello. Hello. No yet, maybe later. Maybe when we finish the lesson. Very good. And what are you planning to eat? Are you going to cook or is already cooked? What are you planning? Okay, at the moment you are studying English. Excuse me. Very good, sir. Excellent. So maybe we can start with the lesson, right? So I'm so happy to be your teacher this month. This is Miss Angela Villar. Okay, I'm Angela Villar and I'm here to be your teacher this month. Remember, we are starting Advanced 4, right? And if you, I think you should have your book, your virtual book, and extra papers to take some notes, okay? Of course, if you have the opportunity to print your book, that would be wonderful. But if you don't, it's okay. Maybe you can complete it online, right? In your laptop, maybe. So you're going to prepare to cook hamburgers. Delicious, delicious. Maybe hamburgers with some French fries or some Coke. I don't know, something um, to drink, something to eat, or just hamburgers alone. Or maybe a coffee, right? Well, it depends on you. Very good. So now we can continue. Okay, actually, we're going to start the unit 1, right? We're going to start this unit. This is our table of contents, okay, about unit 1. The title of this unit is Love is in the Air. Love is in the air, right? Can you smell it? It's sweet. Can you smell it? Actually, this is a common phrase maybe on February, right? On that month. Love is in the air, right? Like you can, I mean, the air smells different. You can see some butterflies, hearts flying around, right? Okay, about this unit, you have a lot of topics here, but we're not going to see them all, okay? So we're going to study today some vocabulary related to love. Actually, also, we're going to check some grammar, present perfect continuous. Also, we have some activities about that tense, present perfect continuous. So we are going to apply that grammar. Then, then, sorry, some phonetics. Actually, linking. We're going to talk about linking words. Okay, when we have two vowels, for example, or when you have two words and you want to connect them by using the sound. And finally, if we have the time, enough time, we're going to read something. Okay, it's a text. So we're going to practice our speaking skill. Maybe the rest of them you can do it at home, right? In your virtual book. So we're going to check today vocabulary grammar, present perfect continuous, activities about that grammar, applying grammar, phonetics, linking words, and speaking. We're going to practice that skill, okay? Let's see. So again, love is in the air. Um, Maybe you can remember about your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your special friend, maybe. Well, it depends on you, actually. Here we're going to check some grammar, and the instruction says, fill in the blank with the correct words in the box, okay? So we have together, currently, already, downtown, fit, over time, gift, recent, dress, and letter. So all of those words are related to this vocabulary, to this topic, love, right? We're going to practice their pronunciation first, and then we're going to complete all the sentences. And you're going to help me in that part, okay? So let's practice them. Together, together. Can you see that I'm using my tongue? Together, right? Excellent. If you can, I recommend you to repeat it, okay? Repeat it loudly, okay? Well, don't shout, but uh, do it at home, okay? Then, currently, currently, currently. Very good. The next one, well, that is easy for you, right? Already, already. This word, some people say already, right? But actually, it's a deep vowel. Already, a deep A, right? Already. Very good. The next one, downtown, downtown. Very good. The next one, fit, fit. The next one is overtime, overtime. Remember to do the v sound. Over time, right? Overtime. Very good. The next one, gift, gift. Here, I don't know why some people say gift, but you have to pronounce the T. Gift, right? Gift. Very good. The other is recent, recent, recent. Excellent. Well, the other one is so easy, right? Dress, dress. He remembered to pronounce correctly the letter R, right? No des, because that is an R similar to the Spanish one. Des, no, right? Der, der, dress. Very good. And the last one is letter, letter, letter. Very good. So now let's complete these sentences using those words, right? So the first one is, well, the first one is done. I currently have a new partner, so this time I will actually celebrate Saint Valentine. Again, Saint Valentine is celebrated on February, right? February 14th. Oh, maybe you spent that date with a special friend, with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend. Tell me about your February 14th. How was your February 14th? Did you celebrate it with someone special? Or you celebrated alone? Or just with your friends, right? So you can celebrate the love with your friends, maybe, because they are special people for you. Tell me, how was your February 14th before completed everything? Tell me, how was your February 14th? Did you do something special? Or it was on a common day, a normal day? Tell me. Rybert, tell me. What did you do on February 14th? Did you do something special? Maybe you spent your time with your family, with friends, or a special friend, a special person, your girlfriend? What did you do on February 14th? Tell me. You can write it here in the chat so I can read it and then we can comment about it. What did you do on February 14th? No, teacher, I was studying. I was working. I don't have time for that. Maybe some people don't have time for this kind of celebrations. But in your case, for example, Rybert, what did you do on that day? Are you there? Come on, you can write it here in the chat. Or you prefer to don't comment about that moment. Actually, we have to interact, okay? Because all the answers, you are going to write them here in the chat. Yes? Robert, are you there? Or maybe someone else? Come on, people, tell me something. I think that Robert went to prepare something, to prepare his hamburger. So no comments about your February 14th? Maybe you can comment about that day, about that celebration. It's important that if you have a comment or a question, you can um, write in the chat. I am waiting for your answers, people. Okay, well, let's complete this activity, okay? So here we have, again, we have to fill in the blanks with the correct words in the box, okay? We're going to use those words to complete the sentences. Let's see. The first one, it's done. So that's easy, right? I currently have a new partner. So this time I will actually celebrate Saint Valentine. So in this case, currently means that in this time, I have a new partner, right? I have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and because of that, now I will celebrate Saint Valentine because I have this girlfriend or boyfriend or this special person even, right? Currently, like in this time, okay? Number two, it says, oh, it's a question. We start with a question, and it says, are you really, I'm sorry, are you really going to play soccer in a team? Are you sure? Are you really going to play soccer in a team? And then, you're not, uh-huh. So you're not fit at all. Like, you are not fitness, right? Maybe you are not slim enough. Maybe you're a little chubby, right? A little fat. Remember that fat could be like a little aggressive, but you can use, for example, chubby. It means that a person, well, is fat. But in order to use that adjective, you can also say chubby. And the opposite is fit, slim, thin, right? So you are not fit at all. It means like maybe you have to lose some weight. Perfect. Number three, it says, she has a part-time job, but sometimes she works, what do you think? She works overtime anyways. So well, she has a part-time job. Like she doesn't work for 8 hours. She works just for 4 hours, right? That is a part-time job here in Peru. So the full time is for 8 hours, and the part time is about the half, right? 4 hours. But sometimes she works overtime anyways. Overtime means in this context when a person works more than the specific time that he or she should. Okay, so in this case, she should work for 4 hours, but sometimes she works overtime. Sometimes she works for 7 or 8 or 9 hours, maybe as a full-time um, person, for example. So overtime, okay, overtime. Number four, it says, there aren't any, very good. There aren't any recent cars in the parking lot, just all models, okay? So there aren't any recent modern, okay, modern cars in the parking lot, just all models. So for example, you go to a parking lot because you want to buy a new car, right? But however, if you check all the cars and you say, oh, unfortunately, they are all models. I would like a modern one. I would like a recent car, right? A new car, but a recent model. Okay, a recent car. Number five. I expect to get a I expect to get a gift now that he's so enthusiastic about February 14th. Enthusiastic. Enthusiastic. Okay? So I expect to get a gift. I'm looking at him and I think he's enthusiastic. So I expect to get a gift. Okay? Maybe a special gift a big gift, or just a small one, because I prefer to spend the time with him, with her, in order to receive a huge gift. Okay, but maybe if I receive the gift, that is better, actually, right? It depends on the gift too. Very good. So here is gift. Okay, but that's not all. We have more sentences because we have more words. Let's see, number 6. I will also write um, for my Valentine a letter, right? I will also write a letter for my Valentine. Excellent. So in this case, okay, you are talking about, I have a paper here. For example, oh, he or she is my Valentine. What that means in first moment? So when you say he is my Valentine, she is my Valentine, it means that you are going to spend that date with that person. You're going to celebrate Valentine's Day, Saint Valentine, with that person. Okay? So he is my Valentine. She is my Valentine. That is the expression. Now, in this case, it says that um, it says, I will also write a letter for my Valentine, right? So here you have a piece of paper and you breathe, okay? And you write a letter. Perfect. I love you since I saw you. I don't know. I mean, something from the bottom of your heart, right? And you write a letter for that special person, for your Valentine. Valentine means that you are talking about a person, okay? Excellent. And could be about a woman or a man. Both options are possible. The number 7, it says, it's our first date. It's our first date, so I can't decide which. This is something that happens a lot to women, right? To women. Which dress I'm going to wear. So I have those both models, 2 models, and I'm not sure which will be better, which fits me um, in the better way. So it's our first date. It's the first time we're going to have a date, and I can't decide which dress I'm going to wear because I would like to look beautiful, right? Um, Maybe in the case of boys, here you can change a little bit this, right? So it's our first day, so I can't decide which, no, which tie, which shoes, which um, shirt, right? I'm going to wear because I would like to look formal. I would like to look casual. I would like to look handsome. It depends on how would you like to look, right? Number 8, it says, we have to work. We have to work together, together as a team, right? We have to work together as a team because united we're stronger, right? United we are stronger. And actually, maybe this that is a phrase that we can use nowadays because of all of this context, because of this beautiful virus. Well, being united, we are going to be stronger, right? It's okay. It's just for a while, and I think all of this situation is going to pass. It is. It's going to pass. Don't worry about that. Just be together because united, we are stronger. Be positive, people. This is just for a while. We're going to win this battle. Number 9. I'm just doing the first part, and my partner has already finished. My goodness, We have to complete the project because we have a presentation. However, I'm doing it. I'm just doing the first part, right? So all of this is the project. And I'm in the beginning. I'm just doing the first part. And look at my partner. He has already finished all. He's very fast, right? So in this case, I hate when this situation happened when I was at the university. When I was there studying, of course, and we had to work in groups. Remember, it's awful when you are the responsible student and the rest they don't do anything. My goodness, I would like to kill them because you are responsible and you assume that the rest is going to be responsible too, but that's not true, unfortunately. Well, sometimes it's true, right? Sometimes it happens and that's wonderful. But what happens when they are not? You have to do all the work. The number 10, the last one, if you want to buy the best present, you have to go downtown, right? Maybe here in your neighborhood, you can't find or well, you can't find that special gift that you would like to give. But what about the downtown? If you go downtown, maybe you can find the best present, right? So if you want to buy the best present, you have to go downtown. Okay, maybe there you can find different types of stores, different kinds, and you have more options there, right? Actually, when you go, for example, to Capon, all of that place is downtown, right? If you go to Capon, for example, you are going to find different, a variety of options to buy as a gift, to give as a gift, right? So there you have the options. Just remember the pronunciation one more time. Together, currently, already, downtown, fit, overtime, gift, recent, dress, letter. Okay? You can practice then the pronunciation one more time. Now, let's move on. And here we're going to talk about grammar. Okay? This is the grammar part. Continue with that beautiful title. I love this title, people. Love is in the air. And you breathe deeply, right? Okay. So this is the, I'm really sorry. This is the grammar we're going to work on. Present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. And what is this tense? Because you have seen present perfect, right? Here we're going to check present perfect continuous. Let's see. The action, this is the definition, right? The action continued for a specific amount of time before now or started recently. Okay? So the action continued for a specific amount of time before before now or started recently. Okay? Maybe you started an action in the past, right? And you continue it up to the present. And here it's important the amount of time that you were doing that action. Here you have one picture, right here. This is, where's the mouse? So here you have the past, the future, and this is the present, right? So the action was happening in the past, but goes up now, right? Up to the present. Here you have some examples, two examples actually. Rachel has been jogging. What it means that in the past, he or she started the action, but he or she continues up to the present. And the other one, he has been jogging for an hour. He has been jogging for an hour. What it means that he started the action in the past and he has continued doing it up to the present. And what is the amount of time? An hour, right? Now, let's talk about some usage and examples. So you can use this tense in 3 situations. Let's check them. The first one is to express long actions that started in the past and continue until now. Okay, started in the past and they are long actions, so they continue until now. One example could be, I've been living in Ireland for almost 4 years. Hours. So I've been living in Ireland for almost 4 years. It means like that 4 years ago, I traveled there and started living there. I started living there at that moment. And I continue doing that action until now, until the present. Okay? So since that moment until now, the action happened during all of this amount of time. In this case, 4 years. The next one, number 2. Express recent actions that have clear evidence or results now. Okay? And one example is this. Her eyes are red because she's been crying all evening. Okay? So you're talking about a result. So this situation is happening now because this other situation has been happening in the past. This is a reality now because this other situation has been happening in the past. So what is the result in that sentence? Her eyes are red. So the result, the evidence is that now her eyes are red. Now, what is the reason? Why is that? Because in the past, she's been crying all evening. Because of that, now her eyes are red. Of course, because she has been crying all night. Very good. And the last situation is this. Typically used for shorter, more temporary situations. Okay? So that is the most common use that we can make. For example, in this, here you have one example, right? Have they been learning English this week? So first, that is a short amount of time, right? This week. So, have they been learning English this week? Was that the action that they have been doing all of this week? Have they been learning English this week? Yes, they have. Or no, they haven't because the lesson started today, for example. That could be an explanation, an answer actually. Okay, so have they been? There you have 4 uses of present perfect continuous. Let's continue with the next slide because now we're going to talk about the structure. Okay, the structure about the present perfect continuous. Here, for example, you can see have been plus ing. Let's see carefully. Here you have affirmative and negative, positive and negative, okay? First, let's check the structure of the present perfect continuous in affirmative in the affirmative form, positive, okay? So here you have the structure. Subject plus have or has plus been plus the verb with ing. Okay, so remember that we start with a subject, could be the name of a person, the name of a place, right? Or just the pronoun, right? The subject pronoun. Actually, a place, no, because the places don't do something, right? So it could be a person. And the example that we have is, they have been learning English for 2 years. For example, like you. Well, you have been learning English, I think, for 3 years or almost 3 years, right? They have been learning. They have. Remember that you can use have or has, and it depends on the subject. Remember, I, you, we, they have. I, you, we, they have. He, she, it has. He, she, it has. Very good. And then being, just being. You don't change that part. Being, being. And then you have the verb, right? But the verb has a special structure. The verb plus ing, the ing form. Here, I suppose that you remember your ing rules, right? When, in what situations you add ing, maybe you double the final consonant. You remember those rules? If you don't, you have to check them, okay? Now, what about this? Look, here you have the subject. I, you, we, they. What I've told you, right? I, you, we, they have. He, she, it has. Okay? So I, you, we, they have been working. Have been working. And Miss Villar, tell me, what about this contraction, this apostrophe V? Well, that is a contraction, right? Because you can connect both words. I have, I've. I've. You have, you've. You've. We have, we've. We've. They have, they've. They've. Right? That sounds like a name, right? Dave. So, I have been working, or with the contraction, I've been working. I've been working. This is just about practicing. Remember that for the pronunciation, you use your this lick, okay? So, remember to do that sound. Of course, it's a soft sound, but you have to pronounce it. I've, you've been. Actually, when you say it fast, you're not going to say like, I've been working. No, right? That sounds like a robot. You can do it more natural. I've been working. I've been working. Okay? It's like a soft V. I've, I've been working. You've been working. It's different that you've been working. Right? You've been working. Very good. That is about the present perfect continuous affirmative form. Now, affirmative form, but with he, she, it. Because as I told you, the structure is different, right? You use he, she, it, has. Has. Of course, that is a different auxiliary because of the subject. So he, she, it has been working. He has been working. He has been working. And as the example, as the previous example, we can use the contractions, right? So he has, his. She has, she's. It has, its. Right? Here it's important to recognize the structure because sometimes if you find its, it could look like it is, right? But in this case, it's the contraction of it has. Completely different. And how do you recognize that? Because of the rest of the sentence. Okay, it's important to understand all the sentence. So, you recognize this contraction is from it has and it's not from it is. Very good. So he has been working. He's been working. He's been working. She has been working. She's been working. She's. It has been working. It's been working. Excellent. Now let's move on to the negative form because here we have the structure. Subject, well, so similar to the affirmative form, right? There's one extra word. Subject, have and has, according to the subject, not, this is the difference, not, been, and the verb plus ing. Okay? Here you have a similar example. Actually, it's the same one, but in negative. So we can say, they have not been learning English for 2 years. They have not been learning for 2 years. They have been learning for 3 years. Okay, so you correct, for example. They have not, negative. And let's see the structure, some examples here. I, you, we, they have not been working, or again, you can use the contraction, right? I haven't, right? I haven't been working. You have not, you haven't been working. We haven't, they haven't. Okay? And so similar with the other part, with has, right? He has not, he hasn't. She has not, she hasn't. It has not, it hasn't. Again, remember to use the rest of the structure, been, and the verb plus ing. One more time, I recommend you to check the ing rules if you don't remember them. But if you do, well, then you can continue. And we're going to continue with this part, right? Now, the questions, okay? The questions. Here you have the structure of the question. Look, now we are going to start with the auxiliary, okay? We're going to start with the auxiliary. Have or has, and then plus the subject, plus been, plus the verb with ing. What it means that for affirmative or negative, you have first the subject and then the auxiliary. I have, she has. But for the question, and that is so similar to the rest of tenses, you switch the places, right? You have you, they have they, she has she, right? You only switch the places. And of course, so important, you end by using a question mark. Okay, that is important, people. The question mark. Remember that in English, we only have one question mark at the end. And no question marks at the beginning, of course. You've already known that. Let's see. here we have some examples, right? Have I, have you, have we, have they been working? Have you been working? Have you been working these days? No, I haven't because we are in quarantine, right? Have you, have we, have they? The next, using the next auxiliary, has he, has she, has it been working? Sorry, has he been working? Not actually, no, he hasn't because um, he has been at home, right? He hasn't been working, for example. Remember that all of these questions are yes, no questions. What are yes, no questions? Miss Villar, I remember. Yes, no questions are questions that you answer with yes or no. So simple, right? And remember that you also have the WH questions. WH because they start with the WH word. What, who, when, and all of them. Excellent. So these are yes, no questions because they start with the auxiliary. Have you? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Has he? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Okay, let's see the short answers here. All of these are affirmative short answers, and all of these here in the next column are the negative short answers, right? Okay, so here we have yes, I have, yes, you have, yes, we have, yes, they have, and using the other auxiliary, yes, he has, she has, it has, using the correct auxiliary, please, here. And for negative, I no, I have not, or you can use the contraction if you prefer. Have you, no, sorry, no, you have not, no, you haven't, we have not, we haven't, they have not, they haven't. And of course, with the other subjects, no, he has not, or no, he hasn't, no, she has not, no, she hasn't, no, it has not, no, it hasn't, right? Very good. So this is just for you to remember. So one more time, the correct structure is for affirmative sentences, subject, the auxiliary have or has according to the subject, been, and the verb plus ing. For negative sentences, remember that you only change the auxiliary. Okay, so in order to say just have, you say have not, or the contraction haven't. And the same with the other auxiliary, has not, or using the contraction hasn't. Okay? Very good. Let's continue now here. Tan, 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 tan. Here you have to unscramble all of these sentences. Let's see, this is the applying grammar. Here we have some activities to check if you understood the previous explanation. For example, it says, organize the following sentences. Perfect. So all of them are, it's like a hurricane comes over here. So you have to order them. The first one is have, writing, being, letter, love, my Valentine, for, I, ah. What? What is that? It's a completely mess. So now you have to unscramble these sentences, okay? So you have some minutes, think about it, do it. Maybe you can, if you have printed your book, maybe you can complete it there, or if you have extra papers, you can take some notes, okay? For this activity, you have maybe 5 minutes. I think that is enough for you. So 5 minutes, you can pause this part of the video and you can complete the sentences, okay? Pause the video and please complete the sentences. Okay, so now we're going to check if your answers are correct, okay? The first one, what is the correct answer, people? Okay, I think you have done it correctly. And the correct answer is the correct order, right? I have been writing a love letter for my Valentine. Oh, it's so sweet. So, I have been doing that action. Yes, I started in the past and continued up to the present. Okay, I have been writing a love letter for my Valentine because he or she is a special person for me. So I am writing this lovely letter for him or for her. Okay, so check the structure: I, subject, have, the auxiliary, been, and the verb plus ing, writing. For example, here, talking about the ing rules. The verb is write, right? Write ends with the letter E. But what happened with the ing rules? You drop the letter E and then you continue with the rest of the verb, right? ing, writing. Drop the letter E and write ing. Perfect. The next one. She been doing look good dressed that in has exercise too. What is that? My goodness. We have to unscramble the sentence. And this is the order. She has been doing exercises to look good in that dress, right? So she wants to look good in that dress. That's why she has been doing exercises. She went to the gym, right? She has been doing exercises. Maybe she has been doing yoga or doing aerobics, right? Doing cardio so she can sweat and maybe she could look fit, right? She could look thin, slim, and she's going to look lovely in that beautiful dress. Number 3, let's unscramble that sentence, and it's this one, right? My partners, sorry, my partners have been working overtime to be free on February 14. So here here we can see that they are working overtime, so more hours that they should. Why? There is a reason. Why? Because they want to be free on that day, right? On February 14th. Maybe they have a special date, right? They have, or a special meeting, I don't know, with the family, right? A reunion. So they have been working overtime, more hours that they should, right? Because they want to be free on February 14th. Number 4. What is the correct order here? Let's see. This one, right? And this is a question. Be careful because when it's a question, you start with the auxiliary. Very good. Has she, right? Has your mom been celebrating Valentine's Day in recent years? So, have has she been celebrating Valentine's Day in recent years? For example, the last year or 2 years ago, right? So has she been celebrating that special day? Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. This is a yes, no question, right? That's why you answer with yes or no. Um, yes, she has. No, she hasn't. You can answer that. Um, let's see. Well, in my case, yes, she has, but uh, she was celebrating not only with my father, also with all the family. Okay? Well, that is in my case. So we celebrate more than love between a couple, we celebrate the love between a family, which I think is better. And the last one is this. Have you been planning to buy? Okay, this is incorrect. To buy a surprise gift. To buy, right? Ting ting. To buy a surprise gift. So in your case, people, have you been planning to buy a surprise gift? That would be wonderful if you are a woman. Well, women love a surprise gift, right? Surprise gifts. And if you have the opportunity, this message is for women and for men. So if you have the opportunity, give a special gift, a surprise gift to that special people that you have around you. Yes? Of course, if you have the opportunity, if you have the chances, if you have the enough money also, right? The next one. Now you have to write 5 sentences using the present perfect continuous, okay? In your sentences, please use affirmative, negative, and questions if you can, okay? So remember these are personal sentences. You can talk about you, about your family, maybe about your friends or someone near to you. Okay, a special person even. Maybe about your girlfriend or boyfriend or your crush. It depends on you. Here you have one example. I have been trying to cook, me too. I have been trying to cook my own food in order to avoid buying food in the streets. Actually, this is a good habit. So, if you can avoid buying food in the streets, that is healthy and you are saving money. What else? Um, because, well, sometimes we don't have time, we don't have all the resources, we don't have the knowledge. So, if we don't know how to cook, then maybe you can decide to go out and eat in a restaurant or as a call for a delivery, right? Which again, it's not healthy and it's not cheap actually. By buying food in the streets, you spend more money. Okay, maybe you don't spend time, you don't waste your time, but you're spending a lot of money. Okay, perfect. So now please pause the video for 5 minutes and you're going to complete um, some sentences. Okay, only 5 sentences using present perfect continuous. Okay, please pause the video and complete your sentences. Again, you can talk about you, about your family, friends, maybe classmates, okay, or that special person. Come on, pause the video for 5 minutes and complete these sentences. Okay, so these are my examples. I'm going to share with you my examples. Look, I have been working hard, and well, that is true. um, One thing is go to the institute and work there, but when you are at home, in my case, I'm in front of the laptop almost all day. Even if I don't have to teach, I'm preparing the materials, right? I'm preparing all of this presentation because I would like you to receive a good presentation, a good material. So in order to that, I spent a lot of time in front of the laptop working. That's why I say I have been working hard. I have been working so hard. And I can use a contraction, right? I've I've been working hard, so hard to be honest. The last example that I have, which is true, my mother has been cleaning the house during this quarantine. Okay, so yeah, she has been cleaning. Well, we all in the family, we all here, we have been cleaning the house. Maybe in the first week, we threw a lot of garbage that we thought they were special things, but at the end, the truth is that the truth was um, that all of them were, well, garbage. Just that. Okay? So, another example that I have is my siblings have been doing their homework to be free on weekends. So, as you, maybe some children in your house, um, you have been studying at home, right? Like I have been working at home, you have been studying at home. Um, because of that, you maybe you want to have your weekends free and you do all the homework, all the activities during the weekdays. Okay? So, my siblings have been doing their homework right now, at the moment, all of these days. That's why on the weekends they are free. Okay? Perfect. Another example that I have is this. My neighbor has been doing a TikTok video to enjoy this quarantine. Okay, using TikTok, recording some videos, chururun, chururun, right? So my neighbor, he or she, it depends on the gender, my neighbor has been doing a TikTok's video to enjoy this quarantine. Okay, not only my neighbor, maybe yours too. I mean, your neighbor, or maybe you too. You have a TikTok profile? That would be interesting to watch your videos. If you can, maybe you can record a TikTok and you can share it in your Instagram so we can watch it. A TikTok maybe doing lip sync of a song, right? Something in English. That would be wonderful. To do a TikTok, you do a TikTok doing or talking something in English. I mean, saying it or doing playback, right? Doing lip sync. Blah, blah, blah. You know what is lip sync? You have the sound here, tin, tin, tin. You can hear it and you move your lips. You move your lips. You don't make any sound. You just move your lips. Something like that, right? Excellent. And the last one, the last example that I have is my cat has been sleeping all the time. And that is true. People, I have a cat. Its name is Pikachu because it's yellow. Okay, so my cat has been sleeping at all the time. Well, in the majority of the cases in the morning, because at night, this beautiful animal goes out the house. To where? I don't know. But it goes out. Okay? Maybe to have a date with its Valentine. We are talking about love, right? So maybe my cat has a lover over there. My goodness. That could be possible. I don't know. Now, phonetics, people. Okay, so in the last minutes, we're going to talk about phonetics. Actually, about linking words. Linking words. There are three ways you can link words. Number one, vowel to vowel. When you have two words and you connect two vowels. Consonant to vowel and consonant to consonant. Okay, so let's see. Linking vowel to vowel refers to words that link where the first one ends in a vowel or diphthong and the next one begins with a vowel or diphthongs. Okay, so when you have two words, when this first word ends in a vowel and the next word begins with a vowel. Okay, so here you have some examples. My own. Okay, so you can connect those words. You can say my own, but also you can connect them to sound more natural. My own, my own, right? You connect both sounds. My own, my own. Okay? Stay a while. Stay, stay, stay a while. Okay, you can connect again both sounds. And the last one, why is, why is, why is. Okay, so you can connect both words. Why? Because one ends in a vowel and the other begins with a vowel. Okay, now you have, we're going to talk a little bit more about these three rules because they are three rules, right? Vowel, vowel, and the rest of them. Let's see, the first one is vowel plus vowel. So this is the first rule. Let's see. When a word ends with a vowel and its following word begins with a vowel. What I've told you. One ends in a vowel and the other begins with a vowel. Okay? So not only vowels, you can also, this rule is also for the verbs that ends in a letter Y or a W, okay? Or W sound. So it's about the sound, okay? Add Y or W sound between them. You have to add that sound. For example, she is, she is, she is, okay? She is, she is, okay? She is. The same with I am, I am, I am, right? You can pronounce softly the letter Y, yeah, right? I am, she is, right? She is. That is a soft sound, actually. And there you have some examples. Go in, go in, go in. How old, how old, how old. You are, your, your. How ordinary, how ordinary, how ordinary. Excellent. That is the first rule, right? Let's move on to the second one. Consonant plus consonant, okay? So in this rule, let's see the explanation. When the same consonant sound is found at the end and the first word, I'm sorry, one more time. When the same consonant sound is found at the end of the first word and the beginning of the next word. So in that case, you have to pronounce them as one long sound. Okay, so the first, you have again 2 words. The first word ends in a consonant and the other word begins with a consonant. So in that case, you pronounce that letter that maybe you are repeating, you pronounce it like a long sound. Okay, you have, for example, team, teammate, teammate. So you have to create this sound and you have to extend it. Teammate. You are not going to say teammate, right? Teammate. That's how you create the long sound. Teammate. Okay? Also, you have this example, that time. So, that time, right? That time. You connect the sounds and create one long T. That time. That time, right? A strong T. That time. Okay? Now, here you have some other examples, right? Let's see. Stop trying. Stop trying. You connect that p, stopped, right? Stop trying. So you connect that p sound to the t sound. Stop trying. The next, let down. Let down. Let, you connect the t sound to the d sound. Let down. Let down. Okay? You connect. And, well, those are different consonants, right? T, different sounds. T, t, right? Well, they here are similar. T, 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 t. So similar, but this is a T, t, and this is a D, D, right? And here you can also link identical consonants, like here, right? Teammate, what time? So if Fred, then again you connect the sound and you create a long sound. If friend, right? If Fred, the next, black cat, black cat. Both words have the k sound, right? From the letter K, k. From the letter C, k. So black cat. You connect both words. Black cat. And the last one, good day. Good day. You have both the sounds, right? Good day. Good day. You connect both letter D and you create a long sound, like a long D. Good day. Day. Okay? Not only day, good day. Very good. Again, this is about practicing, people. It's okay. You have just to practice. And the last rule about phonetics is consonant plus vowel. Okay, so we have seen rule number 1, vowel plus vowel. Number 2, consonant plus consonant. And here we have consonant plus vowel. Let's see. When the first word ends with a consonant and the next word begins with a vowel, make the consonant sound part of the second word. Okay? So, in this case, you are going to take the last letter of the first word and you're going to connect it to the second word. For example, look up, look up, look up. Okay, so look up, look up. You take the letter K and connect it to the up sound, to the second word. Okay? Look up, look up, look up, right? Or the other example, travel on, travel on. Okay? Again, you take the letter L and connect it to the second word on. Travel on, travel on, travel on, travel on. Okay? Actually, this is so common for phrasal verbs. That is so common. When you have a phrasal verb, you can use this rule. Let's see the other examples. And it says, what up? What up? Take the letter T. What up? What up? What up? Okay? Or think out. Think out. Think out. Think out. Think out. Think out. Of course, when you speak, you're not going to say think out. No, right? Think out. No, that doesn't sound natural. So you can say think out. Think out. Think out. Okay? So remember that when you drop one letter and connect it to the second word, it's a soft sound. You don't have to disconnect completely the words. Think out. That's completely different, okay? So you connect the words, okay? But the sound, it's a little bit different, like if they were to get separated, okay? And the last one is block account. Block account. Block count. Block count. Block account. Block account. Okay? Block account. Block account. Okay? So those are the rules of this phonetics, the linking words. And I think that's everything for today. Thanks a lot for your time, for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you learned something new and you practice. Remember that this is just we have just checked some parts, okay? We have checked some parts, some topics of this unit, but in your book you have more explanation, and maybe the next lesson we can check them, the rest of the topics. If you have a question, remember that you can write a comment here below, okay? So I can answer it. And that's all for today, people. Thanks a lot for being here with me. I'm Miss Angela Villar, and it was a pleasure to be your teacher today. See you next time, people. Bye-bye.